What's up guys, how you doing? Brandon here. Alright guys, I got a pretty fun one today. Two top teams from the West going at it. We got San Jose Sharks taking on the Minnesota Wild. Both these two teams are killing it in their division. Look for both these two teams to make a solid run to the Cup. If we take a look at the West Central standings, we see the Chicago's at the top with 89, but Minnesota is right below them with 88. So they're killing it. If we take a look at the West Pacific standings, we see San Jose's in the top with 83. So again, both these two teams are kicking some serious ass. If you've seen some of my videos before, you've seen how good Minnesota can be when they get going. When they came back and they won overtime against the Kings, I think that game really proved to me that they're a very serious contender. And obviously all the times that they have beaten out Chicago. So they can beat Chicago. Again, on the flip side, we don't want to count out San Jose just yet. They were a runner-up last year, and this year they're firing on all cylinders. Guys, then they're all clicking together. Brent Burns got to be one of the highest scorers for defensemen, I think, in the NHL right now. This team is just incredible. So again, guys, this is a battle of the West, and I'm actually pretty stoked for this game. I wasn't gonna do it, but I said, you know what? These two teams could actually be in a playoff contention with each other. This could be a West Conference final. I'm looking for a really good matchup tonight. Let's get the show on the road, shall we? Again, got my coffee. So they just showed that Brent Burns had 249 shots on goal coming into this game. Now, as a defenseman, that is incredible. Not to mention how many of those shots actually went in. I don't have the stats right now. I'm not a stats guy yet. I'm getting there. I'm working on it. So we're about 10 minutes into the game now. Fantastic first period so far from both teams. Both teams are playing quite tight defensively. There's been a few chances. Minnesota's actually on a power play right now. We'll see if Minnesota can capitalize here on this power play. Burns gave Parise a huge hit, but then they tip it in and it goes under, it goes 5-hole. So Minnesota, looks like Minnesota took advantage of their power play. They're up 1-0. About 8 minutes, 50 seconds left in the first. Okay, so the Wild make a nice rush down with the puck. Some nice pitter-patter passing. And they take a shot. And the goal looks like it's in Jones's equipment, which is the Sharks goalie. And they're trying to figure out if he crossed the line. No, it doesn't look like it. No goal. I don't think it's a goal. Yeah, no goal. Yeah, and that makes sense too. There's no definitive proof that it crossed, so just make it no goal. Okay, we got another Minnesota Wild goal here. Looks like it was Stahl. Nice pass. Nice backhand pass by Dumba. And then Stahl just right in front of the net, puts it right past Jones. So there's about 4.5 minutes left in the first. I'm thinking Sharks need to do something real quick here. You know, you let down for a second, and one of these teams are just gonna take advantage. Minnesota is one of those teams. You have to keep it in their zone. You got to keep the pressure on them. Okay, so the Sharks are on the power play right now. So let's see if they can get a quick one here before the period ends. There's only about 3 minutes left in the first. Oh, Parise had a breakaway there, but Jones made a nice save. Oh, there we go. Sharks get a goal here. Nice. So there's still 1.5 minutes left in the first. So look for San Jose to try and tie this game up going into the second. Okay, so that's the end of the first period. Right at the end there, San Jose took a penalty for a high sticking, and it looks like it's going to be 4 minutes because there's a little bit of blood. So Wild's up 2-1, and now they're going to get a 4-minute penalty basically to start the second. Okay guys, here we go. Here's the start of the second period. Well, the Sharks were able to burn off that 4-minute penalty. For the most part, it pretty much was in the Sharks zone the entire time. Minnesota had a few chances, but they couldn't quite get one. Oh, Parise had a breakaway there. Looked like he beat him. He had the wide open net, but he just couldn't put it in. Okay, so there's about 10 minutes left in the second period. and both teams are playing quite good defensive hockey right now. There hasn't been a lot of chances. It's been played more in the Sharks zone. So the Minnesota Wild are pretty much having their way with the Sharks right now, which doesn't happen very often. But Sharks are getting on the power play right now, so we'll see if they can actually tie this game up. So there's about 5 minutes left in the second, and the Sharks are on another power play. They're gonna try and tie this one up, obviously. Okay, so second period is pretty much done now, and the Wild just got a late power play. Anyway, guys, that's the end of the second. So let's see what happens in the third. All right, guys. So here we go. Here's the start of the third. Wild with another breakaway here. The Wild are literally imposing their will on the Sharks. I haven't seen this yet this year. So there's 8 minutes left in the third, and the Wild is seriously just taking it to the Sharks. Anytime the Sharks get it into their zone, the Wild end up getting it out and taking it right back into their zone. Or multiple times tonight, they've taken off one of the defense's balance and stolen the puck and brought it down for a breakaway. I actually can't believe how easy the Wild is making it tonight. I mean, they're still only winning 2-1. They're not totally killing it, but they are imposing their will on the Sharks tonight. There's only about 3 minutes left. Still 2-1, which I'm a little surprised that the Wild haven't been able to score again. So if the Sharks do get another goal, they have the potential to steal this game. But they have to start coming harder. I have not seen a strong push from them yet. And I'm actually quite surprised. I really don't know why they're not playing that hard. I mean, it just could be an off night for them. It happens. But you know what? When you're going up against a top team in the Wild, you want to bring your A game. You want to prove to yourself that, hey guys, if we beat these guys tonight, that just shows that we're a top, that we really are a top team, and we can make another run to the cup. Oh, Dubnyk just made a great save. It was one of the Sharks' only chances here in the third. That was probably the closest one they had to getting the equalizer. Stahl broke it out of their zone, got it past the D-man, and scored the empty net. Minnesota's up 3-1 now. I definitely don't see the Sharks coming back now. Well, there it is. There's the final. 3-1 Minnesota over the Sharks. The way the Wild played tonight reinforces my belief that these guys are legit. And I truly believe their only true competition in the West is Chicago. I am so excited for the next Chicago-Minnesota game because I think it's just going to be fireworks. And as for the Sharks, they got some work to do if they want to be contenders again. They were looking really good the last few games. I would even say the last few months they've been looking really good. But tonight was a pretty lackluster performance. Hockey's just getting so exciting right now. It's all about the playoff race. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one. So I got a battle for the... It's like snowing / hailing out. It is weird. If we take a look at the West Central, we see that Minnesota... Hey, stop. Okay, so the Sharks are on the power play right at the end there. San Jose took a... So let's finish out the game and keep firing away or what? I don't know.